Greetings, Quack Packs! This is Mad Hair Patrick. For this holiday jam, we're doing something that's a little bit different. Instead of finding a cartoon episode that takes place around Mother's Day, I'm going to talk about a dedicated, mom-centered episode that feels like a Mother's Day special. While there have been many cartoon shows that do celebrate Mother's Day, there are tons of popular anime moms that do get their moment to shine without taking place around the second Sunday in May. It's a lot like those dark and horror-themed cartoon episodes we do watch around Halloween, even if some of them don't take place around October. Regular shows match and relax and can feel like a Mother's Day special when Mordecai learned that his mom always makes him feel better. Or in Phineas and Ferb's mom's birthday, the boys in Kansas made the ultimate birthday surprise for her, and she doesn't even question the impossibilities they made. She's just touched about the song they sang. These are the many examples to show the importance of moms and how the anime ones won everybody's heart. But what if we tell a story about a mom learning to be a mom? Nothing Can Stop Della Duck is the 36th DuckTales Reboot episode that aired on May 13, 2019. I remember back in 2017, I loved the DuckTales Reboot. It was during the day when anime Disney shows were at their peaks during the 2010 decade, while their reimagining of the popular Disney Afternoon series became one of the best anime reboots of all time, and arguably better than the original. It took a lot of risks with crossovers with other famous afternoon cartoons, character deaths, and themes about adventures and families. Ever since the start of the series, they've been building up this side plot about the whereabouts of Huey, Dewey, and Louie's mother, Della Duck. Then onwards, we learn what happened to her, and she spent years on the moon trying to rebuild the Spear of Selene rocket back to Earth. Eventually, she finally returned home and reunited with her family at mid-season 2, and she will become an additional member of Scrooge McDuck's adventure team. She fought a Wendigo on Christmas Day, secured the Papyrus of Binding from an evil heron, and built a new leg out of rocket parts. But how well did she achieve on becoming a parent? Well, let's summarize this adventure, shall we? The episode takes place after the events from the previous one, The Golden Spear, where Della Duck is finally back home and is about to meet her sons for the first time. But since she's been away for so long, she doesn't know how to introduce herself to them or reunite with her Uncle Scrooge. As Scrooge, Huey, Dewey, Louie, and Webby begin their next adventure involving a magic quill that can reveal every treasure in the world, the Della surprise came in and Scrooge dropped the quill. She explained she was stuck on the moon and her uncle said he already searched the moon. Just not hard enough. When the boys see their mom before their eyes, Dewey ran towards her with happiness and gets a big hug. But we learned that Dewey's sons were supposed to be called Jet, Turbo, and Red Bull in case nobody understood what Donald says. Huey, aka Jet, joins the group hug after Della recites the Woodchuck Guide, followed by Louie despite feeling doubtful over the truth. After being stuck on the moon eating nothing but Gyro's oxygen gum, Della eats some delicious meals and learned that a lot has changed since he was away, like Agent 22/Mrs. Beagley serves as Scrooge's housekeeper and bodyguard, and Duckworth is now a ghost. She's then decided to bake some holiday cake to make up for lost time with her boys. They did enjoy them even if Huey was on a sugar spree and Dewey got a stomachache. That night, she decided to tell them an exciting story during bedtime. When she was a duckling, she fought a fearsome gilded Aztec robot by hacking into its gears and shutting it down. It may sound cool, but she got carried away with her theater performance, causing the triplets to feel frightened. The next morning, Della decided to do some fun things with them by blowing air horns and sliding down the stairs with a shield like a skateboard. But they did nothing but make Huey's ears ring and almost hurt him and Mrs. B. Della tried to help fixing up the mess, but Mrs. Beagley says she's used to cleaning after the children. After that mother and son's buying time, she takes a visit to Donald's boat and looks at the photos, thanking him for looking after the kids. But the mood changed when she discovered Launchpad is now the full ownership of the Sun Chaser. Thinking that she might get replaced, she wanted to talk with Scrooge about the plane. The Ducks hold a private meeting about Della's return and how they're struggling to adjust to this family reunion. She didn't listen to the rest of the conversation, but she thought they didn't see her as a mom. But after she left, Scrooge clarified that she's not a mom yet with a capital Y, and he suggests they need to give her some time to find out who she is as a mother and how to fit into the family. Meanwhile, Della goes down to the garage for some alone and self-reflection, but she ended up waking the Gilded Man from his slumber. Scrooge comes in to rescue her, and they both try to defeat it. With no avail, they both ran outside as the monster chases after them. Della tried to destroy it from the inside like last time, but she's too big to go in. But she discovered that the Gilded Man hates noise. It gives Huey, Dewey, and Louie an idea by using all three of their air horns and play them from inside the android, causing it to fall into pieces. As the monster's hand falls on Louie, Della comes in to rescue him. This confirms Scrooge that Della is adapting to change by protecting her son from unforeseen challenges. She now knows that Huey, Dewey, and Louie are not used to having a mom, and she's not used to herself on being a mom, but she promised that she will learn how to be one as they go along as a family, and they all celebrate by deciding what would they like to do as a family. The episode ends with a cliffhanger where Donald is now stuck on the moon after finding Della's old rocket and gets held captive by the Moonlanders. Oh, that's another story for another season finale. So after looking over the whole episode and the biggest family reunion from the show, it's very clear why it ended up being one of the best chapters of the series. The first factor is Della herself. What makes the character so good in this episode is that the reunion isn't the first time we see Della. She's been on adventures since she was the triplets' age, she has some wisecracking humor, and she prefers to experience the adventures with her brother Donald. As for her disappearance on the moon, it was a tragedy to both her, Scrooge, and the rest of the Duck family, spending years with no civilization before encountering the Moonlanders, no Earth contact for help, and eating nothing but an everlasting oxygen gun for nutrients. While Scrooge and Donald lost their confidence on going on adventures in hopes of finding Della until Huey, Dewey, and Louie decided to make their lives interesting. Ever since her reveal in the season 1 finale and her solo adventure, Whatever Happened to Della Duck, you actually want to root for her on returning to Earth. However, despite achieving part 1 of the goal, she has no idea what to do beyond that point involving her family. How does she introduce herself to her sons? What can she do to make up for lost time? What kind of stuff does she need to catch up on? And more. It's understandable why she feels that way because she's been away for so long, she didn't know yet on how to become a mom. Even the Duck family are stuck on this as she is, especially Donald's nephews. While Dewey is super ecstatic to see his mom for the first time, and Huey is supportive of trying her best, Louie was the only one who didn't know how to feel about it. He was so used to living his life without a mom, he wasn't sure how to react to all this. It wouldn't be until the end of the episode when Della saved Louie's life and hugged her with tears of joy and relief. It showed that Della is also Louie's mother because she cares for all three of them and will be there for them no matter what the danger. There are some unforgettable jokes that can be found in this episode. When Scrooge and Della start yelling at each other over not searching the moon hard enough, they just laugh it off because the Ducks in the family do have a habit of raising their temper. At the climax, Mrs. Beakley says only the true King of England can wield the sword Excalibur, yet the Gilded Man fights the family with the sword still stuck inside the stone. That is a hilarious punchline. Wait a minute, does that mean the last way to use this joke from that episode? Then again, they did use this character for funny reasons. There's also good continuity from the Reboot's first episode, like Della has to remember which triplet is which, and awakening a magical being from the garage and gives the family a moto taking part of the adventure. And what Della says is true. She wants to learn how to become a mom by taking one step at a time, and her parenthood has gradually evolved in the later episodes. She helps Huey explore new activities, grounds Louie for creating time travel chaos for his get-rich-quick schemes, and teaches Dewey about being brave, especially if he needs help from her if he can't do it alone. Put them all together, and you will understand why Della Duck is one of the best anime moms and why this episode is named after her own catchphrase. Nothing Can Stop Della Duck is one of the most emotional adventures to ever happen in the DuckTales reboot, with an engaging story, funny jokes, cool action scenes, and giving more depth to the Duck family and Della herself. If you love the 2017 series, then this is worth a rewatch to remember how big the reunion fully paid off. If you haven't seen the show, you will still get a good kick out of this. I know it's not fully considered a Mother's Day special, but it certainly has the heart of being one. While the mystery of Della Duck has been solved and history has been rewritten in the Duck universe, this is still an epic Duck tale. Woohoo! On a scale of 1 to 10, I give it 10 holiday cakes. I'm Matt Patrick. Now if you excuse me, I'm going to see a Three Caballeros concert. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed this, check out these other videos, or feel free to like, comment, and subscribe for more upcoming reviews and other projects. I'll see you soon.